Welcome to the Department of Child Support Services Block Party channel. Today, we are here to speak with one of our community partners in relation to our 6th annual Community Block Party that will be held on July 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Chase Chevrolet here in Stockton. At this event, there will be the resources given by our department and our wonderful community partners. Our department will be giving away backpacks filled with school supplies to children. I am Tanisha Green, one of the founders, and I would like to thank you all for joining us. Today, we would like to welcome our community partner. So please tell us who you are, your role, and what agency you represent.
Good morning. I am Luetha Seawood, the president of the African American Chamber of Commerce of San Joaquin County.
Thank you. And what's your role?
My role is the president. I'm the president there, and I've been at the chamber as their president for almost 2 years.
Thank you for that. So can you tell me about the work that the chamber does?
The African American Chamber, a little bit of history about it. The African American Chamber has been around since 1979. 42 years in the community, based on the 5 pillars of which it was established. Basically giving back to the community, helping with every aspect of the community. Mainly dealing with advocacy, which is the legislative part of it, and understanding the importance and maintaining bipartisan approach to advocacy. And that's the first one. Then we also have access to capital. That was a very key role during the pandemic. So we started with that and looking over things, and access to capital is to make sure that every small business in the community would be able to access capital, if not understand the reason why not. And in doing so, we put together a checklist to start to help them to understand, calling each one of them, what can we do to help you? And understanding that their finances wasn't lined up, their record keeping was off. You know, it was just so many different things that you think you have it all together, but you wasn't running a business. You more so had a hobby. Now, do you want me to keep going with all this?
Yes, okay. Please. This is very informative.
Okay, so then we also had the next one was contracting. So contracting is helping our small business to be able to get licensed, certified, to be able to get contracts with the city, with the state, you know, or even federal contracts. So we have programs in place that would help them with that to accomplish their education, educating the members on their opportunities and helping them to increase their capacity even on a larger scale. So that was another big issue with that. And the key to all of this is our entrepreneurs training. So the entrepreneurs training is so important because that goes back to the pandemic. The reason why they couldn't access capital, they had no business license. You know, they were operating without business license. They were operating, they knew how to cook food, chicken, as I would say. They knew how to cook really well, but their record keeping was so off. And so we started with that, back to that checklist. What can we do to help you? And that entrepreneurs training brought about the business plan, the record keeping, the credit repair, the financial literacy. All of these programs we began to line up to help our small business so that they would be ready for the next round of funding, even though they may have missed the first or the second round of funding. So it really paid off for them. And then we have our chamber development. Chamber development is we now have a Black business listing so that every Black business within the San Joaquin County and the surrounding areas could go on our website and register their business. And that part is for free, registering the small business.
Wow, that is awesome, the services and the programs that you guys do have. And so how can someone become a member of the chamber? And I know that you said that any small business can register. for free on your website, right?
For our Black business listing.
Yes, for
you
your
can
Black
register
business.
for free. Oh, the other key thing that we have is our task force. So, you know, a lot of the grants and a lot of the other paperwork that's out there that they're required to have, like getting their business license, to getting their EIN number, being able to get their fictitious business. Where do I start? So during that pandemic, when we put together that checklist, we started to understand, wait a minute, they're going to need more support than what we were actually working on at that time, because we had to shift focus now. And shifting focus, we realized, we need a task force. We need a group dedicated just to this group of small businesses that need extra support, as we would say. And so with our task force, that's where we are able to help them apply for their grants, their PPP loans, their EIDL loans, the advanced EIDL loan. And we continued that process throughout the pandemic, even all the way up until yesterday, when they had the closing of one of the grants that was right here in the city of Stockton. So kind of working with them through that process, and our task force plays a major role in helping our small business. We had, I know, just within this last month, it must have been maybe 10 or at least 10 businesses that came in that did not have business license. And we were able to direct them to the city where they could actually at least get their number, so that they would be able to start their paperwork and have everything lined up. So that I call it bootlegging. Stop bootlegging and run your business.
Right.
And so for anyone that wants to be a part of the chamber, we are actually, we have our membership. Our website is AACCOFSJ.org. And on that website, we have a listing. All of our, you could join right there. And if not right there, you could actually contact the chamber. It's 209-227-5413. And that is the phone number for the chamber. But they could join on the website, and our fees is really the lowest of the chambers. So it's $125 for one small business. And if you as a partner, you have two of you on that business, $185, and this is per year. But the main thing we thrive off of is our membership and sponsorship. So if you would like to sponsor the chamber and the programs that we have, we would definitely love to have you. And sponsorship is just go on our website and you can sign up there, or contact the chamber. We'd love to have support. Right now, we have a series of classes going on that's called Financial Wellness for Business and Their Families, that is presented by Money Coach. So it's money skills for an unstable economy. And these classes is financial psychology and mindset, budgeting for business owners, personal and business credit, loan and debt management and elimination, insurance estate. So then the retirement plan for business owners, looking at how long does a dollar stay within the Black community, and training and teaching educating the small business owners and their family members how important it is to start loving money for what it is. We use money as a crutch, but when we could really use money for what it's designed for, that's the key for every single thing that we are doing. Love money. And then one of the questions on our class that was so important is, if something happened to you today, would you like to leave benefits or bills? That was a key question. And training our business owners, hey, let's start loving money the right way and allow it to move forward. So we have sponsorships for this particular class series that we have. We have several other classes coming up. We have our calendar, which consists of events throughout the year. The next one we have is our High Noon Tea, which is a scholarship program for our youth. So within the funds that's raised, we're actually able to give youth scholarships for that's going to carry them when they go to college. Then we have another large program that we have is A Day About Your Business. This is where we're able to honor a couple of the business owners, small business in the community for the things that they have done throughout the year. Their volunteer work, their services. We honor males, a couple of the male, and then we have a couple of the females, and we also honor a couple of youth. And so we have that is called Women of Color, Men About Town. We have our Toys for Tots, which is another excellent program that we look for sponsorship for. And this is at the end of the year where we are able to give toys to the community. Last year, we was actually able to give out, I believe, 8 bikes. And then we have so many different toys that the kids are able to come up and just pick their own toy. We give them meal that day. We are actually able to give out the parents. Because even though we recognize the youth and the kids, we give them toys every year, some of the parents never get anything. So we had goodie bags for the parents, which was really nice. So it's very exciting to be able to do those things. We have our civic engagement, where this past week we were actually able to, we had City Manager Black on. So being able to meet with him, and just that's part of our legislative advocacy part that we're moving forward with. And it's so many other programs that we have that's for the chamber. And we have our multicultural festival coming up. And that's going to be at the Martin Luther King Plaza. So we're going to be there. So as you see our name up in events that we're having, definitely we look for sponsorship for that and being a part of our organization, and just come in and just, help with the community, be able to give back.
Wow, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, that all of that information is wonderful. And I would just like to personally, thank you all for the community service part of, the chamber. And to know that it's not just, for, this small businesses or small business owners to get resources, but you guys are actually giving back to the community also. So thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us today. Lueto, and also we would like to thank the rest of you all for joining us on our Department of Child Support Services Community Block Party channel.
And one other thing that I want to share, that the chamber also works well with other agencies within the community. And right now we're working with the rental assistance program, where the rental assistance program is to make sure that there's available funds for any rental, and their property manager can get together and partner to get 80% of their rent paid, so that they do not have to end up on the street. So we're working with them on that. We're working with Stockton Strong. We're working with so many other business partners right here in the city of Stockton to make Stockton strong, coming together with inclusivity with everyone.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that too. Yeah, for sharing that that other portion of information of the services and programs and community outreach that you all do provide at the African American Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.